By Libra, it's Sebastian Vita video, February 2026 reading. I do apologize, I wasn't here on January. Things came up for me, my laptop broke, and then I got really sick. So before the deadline was scheduled, before I was scheduled to do the reading, I got really, really sick, so I couldn't actually do the readings. But what I'm committed to is that I'm on time, that I maintain a consistent manner, that I'm here, and if that looks like scheduling myself at least 2 weeks beforehand, then that's what I'll do. All right, Libra, I'm here now. Let's begin. So basically, in your present moment, what's happening with you currently, Libra, is that you're looking for upskilling, you're looking for quality, you're looking for mastery, you're looking for expertise. So something tells me a lot of Libras are out there upskilling, doing some courses, making sure that you're putting yourself out there, which is really nice to see, Libra. I think when you've got different energy, when you've got good energy and you're doing that for yourself, it's always a good sign. There's not going to be many people that will disagree with you with that, will put you down on that. I think it's also with your leadership is coming through. You're really understanding that leadership is a pathway for you. There's a lot of fire signs around you in particular. There's a lot of earth signs around you too. I would pay attention to a lot of the earth signs that are around you because they're doing things. And I think that if you're witnessing them doing magic, there's no harm in you doing that for yourself. So gravitate yourself towards the people who are doing things differently. And there's obviously fire signs around you, and they're taking a lot of leadership, they're taking a lot of moving forward. That's also a good thing to follow them. You can be bold, you can be daring, you can do things that are out of your way. That's perfect. If you're thinking that bad energy has left you or that you've changed or something, no, that's definitely within you. Libra, out of all the signs of the free reading, all I got from you is that you just need to take charge and you need to be assertive and you need to do what it is that you need to do. I think that with all the other signs, there's a lot of questioning or asking why. There's all these like things a bit. There's a lot of communication with other signs. With you, it just needs to be action, action, action oriented, and you need to be on your feet and you need to take charge. Let's have a look more with that. Let's look at what else that you need to do. Yeah, there's people around you that you're growing with, you're being mentored by, you're really understanding them, you're seeing a different perspective, another side of things. That's always a good thing to see that from others and to get that inspiration and to get that drive. It's always a good thing to meet new people, but it's also a good thing to learn from the people that you've learned from in the past and to always be there for them as well. So there's a lot of clarity cards telling me there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of development, but it's also indicating to me that you also need to develop with them. So don't try to not develop with others as much as they're developing with you. So give and take, I think, but your leadership has to come through, and your leadership's looking good from what I can see. Now, with the past influence, honesty is always the best policy, and you're looking to being fair with others. So there's obviously been a situation where things haven't worked out with a particular group of people, and you're not phased about that. I think you're in a position of understanding when things don't work out because of people's choices or what they've done or what they've been doing in the past is not necessarily your fault, and you shouldn't get involved with that. Um, that's great to have that feeling to understand that about yourself and about what's going on. We found the outcomes for what your goals and what you really want is that you're really seeing things as a progress. You're really seeing things as slow and steady wins the race. You're really seeing things as I really need to invest in my future. So a lot of what you're studying, a lot of what you're doing is really also driven with actually the outcomes and other aspects in your work which are coming to fruition, which you're enjoying for yourself, right? You're really having a good time with understanding your worth, and you're having a really good time with understanding the future with things and how things are. So it's good to see that you're doing that. So I'm just clarifying because there's a lot of things in your card reading, like Libra. I feel sometimes with Libra, you do things and then you back down for some reason. So I'm just saying full clarification on that. So yeah, there's a lot of healing from arguments in the past. I really want to move on from that. There's a lot of like young energy that's coming through, and although that feels uncomfortable because you might be an old soul, you might be young yourself. But whatever is happening, let it be. Don't get bumbled down with the fact that you are young, they're young. What advice should you take in in response to all the advices that you've been given? Also, with that, influences in the future, if you continue being yourself, getting that good influence, being honest with yourself and others, you're going to get your hopes and your wishes coming true. You're going to get a lot of good things happen to you if you bubble down, if you make yourself available, if you understand what's happening, you're going to really get a really nice reward. So, with your negative feelings in the past, what's happened? You had stability. I don't know where people are listening to this from. Like, I don't know what part of the country you're listening to this from. I don't know if there's a war of such where you are or there's things that are happening. Because this card reading is talking a lot about getting inspiration from within and working hard, providing your leadership. Like, I don't know where you are in the part of the world. And let's be honest, um, the chances of you actually be in some place of conflict is actually really high right now. But whoever you are, just because there's stability, it hasn't been reached or things have happened, you're going to do good and you're going to do good for yourself and others. You just need to believe in yourself and you need to move forward with that sense of belief, being in control of your emotions and your heartbreak or whatever it is that you're experiencing. Because I get that it's so easy for me to speak because I'm not currently in a position to talk about wars or in a position to say everything's going to be okay because I don't know. And it's so hard for me to talk about this, but it's just the truth. It's just valuable information for you that if you're coming from a place of conflict or there's something happening around you, the best thing what you can do is take control of yourself as opposed to the situation. And I think you will flourish being in your own leadership, being in your own justice, your own truth, and then moving forward with that, I think you're going to be fine. Don't have too many negative feelings like this happened to me, this person did this to me, like, oh, I'm like this, and nobody's listening, nobody's helping out. I often have to be reminded that there is very kind people around, and there's a lot of people that will offer assistance, and there's a lot of people that will help you, no matter what it is that you're experiencing, or no matter what it is that you're doing. So just keep doing what you're doing. I'm sure and I'm positive it will work out for you. So moving forward with that as well, when it comes to friends and family, what you're feeling, there's a lot of wanting to nurture your creativity with your friends and the family. You're wanting to nurture yourself with others, and you're wanting to have others, I guess, be happy around you and to have a sense of enlightenment or have a sense of victory within yourselves, whatever it is that you're wanting from your peers and your family and your friends, you'll get that creativeness, you'll get that satisfaction. I'm just going to get some more cards to clarify because Libra, it's not often you're a bit here, there, and everywhere. You're quite decisive at the best of times. So you being indecisive right now is very rare. I get it. But if you're in a situation where this is happening, like there's a lot of conflict, there's a war or something like that, I wouldn't I wouldn't be, I guess, doubting yourself because it's obviously external to yourself and your family. You can only control what you can control. So that's my biggest tip for you. And what I can say about it. Let's just read some cards. Yeah, I wouldn't be stressed about the hurt that you're experiencing due to your external factors and things that are out of your control. Um, Things happen for a reason. If anything, you're going to grow from this experience and you're going to come out of it so much better because you've had this experience. At least you've got that as your tool, your repertoire. You've got it as something that you've experienced and you can grow from that. Lee, you're doing really, really well. Just understand that this situation is just this situation. With your folks and your ideas, you really want generosity, charity, you really want community to come back. Then you're really looking for people just to get together, work together, and come towards a middle ground and to have great community gatherings and to have your community back. The cards are saying 2 to 3 days. I'm not too sure what that means for you, but in 2 to 3 days from here, you'll get your access to that side of the third, like that side of that's either today or a little bit later. So the method would be the last state of your changes or experiencing the changes that you're anticipating for yourself. without the outcome to this, before waiting the outcome is that you're going to get courage, you're going to get fulfillment, you're going to get things that are going to come your way that you've never seen before. So have faith in yourself, have the confidence in Vivian. You're going to be great, Libra. You always are. Until next time,